Hello friends, welcome into the Cowboys Report presented by BetDSI, the internet's #1 sportsbook. I am your host, Tom Downey, back now with another edition of Cowboys Fan News. We're going to take an in-depth look here at one of them from Tony Sanchez, who says, with Cleveland signing Kareem Hunt, should we go after Duke Johnson? I will preface this entire segment by saying I love Duke Johnson. I think he's a fantastic player. I'll give it 3 stars in large part because I'm emphasizing the should part, not the will or will they end up with Duke Johnson. The Cowboys were high on Johnson coming out of Miami. He is the exact type of running back I think the Cowboys need. A little bit dynamic, a very, very good pass rusher is fine being the #2. Now, the big issue for me is the money side of it. He makes about $5 million per year. And yes, the Browns have signed Kareem Hunt, so my mind went to, okay, what does that make Duke Johnson? But don't forget, Hunt is still facing a suspension, and it could be 10, could be 6, could be 12. We don't know how long the suspension is going to be, and beyond Nick Chubb and Duke Johnson, the Browns don't have much at RB. Devontae Mays, Dante Hillard, those aren't legitimate backs for the NFL. So now they go 3 deep, so they could trade Duke Johnson. I think it depends, though, on the Kareem Hunt suspension. I'd be a little bit surprised if you saw a pre-draft trade. But again, I like this idea quite a bit, Tony, so I appreciate you bringing that one up. And by the way, folks, we're going to do this a little bit more often. Do some in-depth looks at some of your guys' ideas, be it a fan rumor or a mailbag question. So first off, make sure you're subscribed and turn on YouTube notifications. We're going to grab the earliest questions more often. So make sure you have notifications turned on. And again, if you haven't already, go subscribe, youtube.com/Dallas Cowboys Report. Now, we'll continue here along with the Duke Johnson side of things. And from a running back perspective, the numbers aren't that impressive. His best year, I guess his rookie year, in reality, probably 2017, where he's a little bit more efficient. 82 carries, 348, and 4 touchdowns. But it's not like Duke Johnson is coming in to be the #1 back. He's coming in to be a complementary piece to Zeke Elliott. If you're asking me, Duke Johnson or Rod Smith, give me Duke Johnson. Again, the money is a big potential red flag there, but I like the idea of adding Duke Johnson. And it's not just because of his rushing ability. It's because of his receiving ability. Again, 2017, 2016, 2015. Call it around 500 yards and around 60 receptions. That's pretty good out of the backfield. And I'll take it one step further. Why not let Duke Johnson be what he actually wants to be? A slot receiver. What if you miss on the good slot receivers in the NFL draft? And what if you can bring in a positional flex guy who we know the Cowboys love, and let Duke Johnson be a slot receiver and running back hybrid? Duke Johnson himself said he wants to play slot receiver. I like this idea if I'm the Dallas Cowboys. So here's my proposed trade. And I'll be honest, I might be undervaluing Duke Johnson in a deal, but again, it's a $5 million salary overall in terms of the next couple of years. I think that brings down the price of what the Browns could actually get in exchange for Duke Johnson. I'll send him a 5th-round pick. Again, no 6th-round pick for the Dallas Cowboys. You can easily talk me into a 4th-rounder as well. Bring in another skill position piece. It does require a creative offensive coordinator, so hopefully Kellen Moore can become that for the Dallas Cowboys. But I love the idea of bringing in Duke Johnson and letting him be that dynamic type back as a runner or as a receiver, and letting him add another element of speed to the Cowboys offense. Heck, he can run the jet sweeps like Tavon Austin used to do. That type of positional flex there, I like a lot. So should Dallas try to trade for Duke Johnson? Type 1 for yes, type 0 for no. Feel free to let me know what you guys would do, what you trade in the comment section as well. And a big thank you, of course, to Tony Sanchez as well, who came up with this fan rumor. Again, folks, subscribe, youtube.com/Dallas Cowboys Report, and turn on notifications if you want to be featured here on the show.